Morning Twitch. Here we go. Good morning Twitch, and welcome to another episode of Cozy Coding. I'm your host, Kid Billy. Yesterday, we did kind of a recap of where this series is rebooting, what exactly we're trying to accomplish, and how we're going to accomplish it. Specifically, we took a little detour to look at. Let's not do Dim. Oh, whoa! I didn't know Dim was down. Well, the more you know. We were looking at Dota buff, right? And we wanted to see. Where is it? Esports. Yeah, we're trying to collect all the data we can from this website. So, that being said, what we have here, CSS selectors.txt. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, what we have here is basically a list of all those CSS selectors that we needed to collect. And all we need to do now is, instead of accessing them through the Scrapy shell, which we did bring this up here, conda activate Dota buff. There we go. Okay. So instead of activating or accessing these websites within the Scrapy shell, what we can do instead is build what's called a spider, or a spider, which is going to crawl across the DotaBuff website and return information, hopefully in a nicer format than this. Really do the line wrap. Yep. It's going to hopefully return just the explicit information we're looking for. And again, to get those CSS selectors that we needed to get the information, we just used a CSS selector tool called CSS Selector Gadget. I think this is from... Yeah, I think this is from Microsoft. But we can say that was, we just click on like, oh, I want the names, right? Team text full. So when we left off, I think we were organizing, let's see, parse. Okay, so we start off saying that we want to start at this match. So let's go ahead and navigate to that match. Okay. And we get the response. Match item equals. Okay, it looks like we built up this kind of match item. And it's this Scrapy item object. So from the match, we want to collect this information. We want to collect the URL of that match, the league URL, or the league that they were in, the URL of that league, game mode, region, duration, date, blah, blah, blah. All these different items. Player item. Okay, so we're collecting information about the match, the players, the league. I guess we might go for the heroes and shop items. Interesting. Log data and farm data. I don't know why I separated them in these two different positions. But this, thankfully, we do have this written out, which can kind of catch us up. And this is the essentially, this is the, what's it called? The steps we're going to take to actually generate the data. So we're going to start with this player list to get all the players. Oh, wait. Player list to get all the players. Extract all the players from that match. All right, fair enough. Okay, so we started a match. Get all the players in that match. get the overview, farm, and log data of that match. Then how we're going to navigate to the next one is we're going to go to like Beast Coast. I remember this. We're going to go to like Beast Coast, look at all their professional matches. Oh yeah, and then we were running into an issue where we couldn't actually use this slug or something like that. Or we could only use one of the slugs. Yeah, there was that weird issue. Uh-huh. Yep, I remember this. Okay. That's why we had to do... yeah. There was something where we had to navigate backwards from the last page up to the very first. I don't know why match items down here. I do not know. Response to URL, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we've got the URL and league URL. Extract the info from the top of the match. League, game mode, region, duration, and date are all extracted from the headers here. Excellent. Extract the draft information, draft names, draft URLs, draft. Okay. Then where do we leave off? Draft names. What? I guess we need to add that draft field. So let's add the draft field. Names, URLs, log data. Okay. So I see. We have all this stuff written out. The reason it's commented out was when we last left off, instead of going to the next page, which is yield scrapey.request, player URL, parse player first match, instead of jumping to this function and calling that on the next page, what we're going to do instead is just try out this very first match and see what kind of results we get from it. So let's see if we can find... Dang it, I gotta find the actual the actual command. I've been using being lazy and just using command memory or the remembered commands by just going up, down, etc. For so long that it's been a while since I've actually had to call the spider myself. But it's essentially like Scrapey activate spider, and the spider in this case would be Dota buff because that's what we called it up here. So, all right, well, we have our items, Dota buff. Yeah, let's give it a shot, see what happens. Anything else we want to do? Item pipelines. Ooh. Test.json returns nothing. Interesting. Let's see. What? I'll get rid of this. Actually, I'll go ahead and... I was going to save the name just to make it easier. But... let's go ahead and do this. First of all... let's navigate to the actual project folder. Go. Okay. Can't use basic Linux commands. Okay. And then, now that we're in the project folder, we should be able to do something like, if I open, we had a reference when we were doing HitHub. Where is it? Where is it? It was workflow. No, that's something different. Upcoming bets, Scratch. No, these are all actual files. Maybe it was. I had it written out somewhere exactly what you needed to do. Config file. I think I might have saved this like a bash script. Because the bash script would have the explicit command. Or I could just stop being lazy and just look it up. I'll do that. I'll stop being lazy. Yeah. Scrape B command options. So it's going to be something like scrape B, crawl, Dotaba, and then options. It's supposed to be something like -O. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yep, it's gonna be dash. Whoa, dash. Whoa, like a type. -O. Um, I won't be creating test.json. So this should be calling spider opened. What this is doing is, yep, perfect. Okay, it crawled, it had a 200 response, which means it actually got the information from this page, and it was getting from 32, so it's trying to get information from this page. Let's see what the actual file test.json looks like. Nothing. And I think the reason for that is we have to actually yield. Yeah, what do we do with match item? What the heck do we do with match item? There's actually a settings.py which talked about item pipelines. I wonder if this will help. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with these items now that we have them. It will be pretty useful. I know it's an easier way to, after an item has been scraped by a spider, it's sent to the pipeline, which processes it. There's several components that are executed sequentially. What if I return am I supposed to like yield match item? Let's see. Bro. Yeah, can you yield both requests and items? This is a great question. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so let's, instead of, all right, check this out. Check this out. I before E except after C. It's a pro gamer tip. yield match item. Oh no, not match item. Not match item, the actual object. We want to yield match item. There we go. Oh shit. We want to yield the match item itself as like this dictionary thing. But let's see if that works. And now we have screw test JSON. Yeah, move it to recycle bin. Screw this guy. Yeah, move it to recycle bin. The reason that I'm thinking it gave us an empty JSON file is I'm thinking. Yeah, okay, excellent. We didn't actually return any of the, what's it called? We didn't actually return the item itself. So it's just kind of like, okay, you wanted to. This is excellent. This is absolutely excellent. We have the information that we're interested in, draft names, draft URLs. I don't think we actually need this draft. I don't think we actually need this draft thing. I also don't know if we need this draft URLs thing. Unless we plan on scraping that later. We might need to use a different spider for that. We might use a different spider for that. Because I don't see the need to continuously call all the different heroes. You know. That don't make a lot of sense. Do not make a lot of sense. So yeah, let's get rid of the. First of all, I'm very happy that this initial test worked. This means that. Well, it means that we're on the right we're in the right shape to start scraping this information. It means that we've gotten everything we need from the initial match page. Parse overview match data. Match ID, match draft. Well, hang on. What? League match item. No, I don't have the match. What? I don't have all the data from the match. I just have, yeah, I do not have all the data from the match. That is ridiculous. I also don't think I need this draft URLs because if we look at our test.json, so we're getting rid of this, right? I also don't think we need this because it's literally, it follows the exact same. Oh, actually, no. No, this, I see why I included this because we could have like Nyx assassin with a space, but we would have to reformat the string to match this every time. It does follow the same pattern here /hero/hero name /tooltip, but the question would be like, does it always use a dash between them? If there's some like weird name, is that going to work? So we'll go ahead and we'll just remove the draft thing. I don't need this because we actually did a good job getting the information the first time here. So we'll go ahead and remove. Yeah, okay, we already did. So we didn't actually need the draft thing there, which is nice. One less thing to worry about. Yep. Oh, okay, look. We were well, there you go. We were calling the image Metacon, and then we were just getting the title, which is the name of the hero that they drafted, and the tooltip URL. Excellent. Extract the draft of the match. You don't actually need that. And the draft is the order in which they selected the different heroes. What else do we need to get? I guess it's kind of like a kid in a candy shop. We just get to choose what we want to get next. Extract the draft information. Parse. Why do we have parse player's first match? We might want to do something like Do we even need to do this? Is, I guess, a better question. Is, do we actually need to go through the effort of... What is match info? What the heck? What was I trying to get there? We're trying to get the league, game mode, region, duration, date of match. We got all that. Is this why? I think this might be why, because we need to get the player IDs. Yeah, that might be why we're going through the effort of collecting information about all these players first. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I think I remember here. It was like we had this one slug, and we couldn't actually add the other stuff we wanted to add, which was like giving them the matches and make sure it was professional league, professional plus. So for some reason, this works when you do it in the browser, but not when you call it with the robot. So for instance, if we were to call it here, let's go ahead and put, I'm going to do something really weird. Just because I want this Whisper player ID, which is 2929, whatever. We want, yeah, put that player ID here. Okay, pages one, blah, 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 blah. See if this works. Oh, that's not going to work. Whoops. Yeah, oh wow, it is going to work. So I guess it's just going to put us on C Smile. That is the weirdest thing. I don't know why that worked. But it should be matches, filter to yep, professional or premium. And we're going to try and get all this information. The thing I'm stuck on is why exactly really? On the farm page? Yeah, why haven't we gotten the matching we haven't gotten the meat of the information out of the page yet, which is the stats of the actual match. League, region, duration, draft. We have all that information. Information found in the match header. Information about the heroes selected. Does heroes have an E at the end if it's plural? I don't know. Heroes selected. Right. Now we want to get information. We want to actually get the stats of the game. Actual stats of the game. Question is, how exactly do we get that? Overview data. Go ahead and do. This should be something. Draft data. Game stats. Whoa. Interesting. Interesting. How are we going to link each individual player with their own stats? Tricky, tricky, tricky. So remember, we're putting it into this JSON format, or this kind of like table format. I guess it doesn't have to be JSON, but this is each match is going to have this information. The what's it called? The CSS selector that we're going to use To extract this kind of information follows, let's see, this .player.td. And what does that give us? Let's see. Because we are on the wrong match. Okay, not a big deal. We'll check that out like this. Beast Coast Whisper. What's Whisper's ID? Is this? All right, no big deal. We'll just copy that command because it's not like this is the specific string we need to use every time. It's just the where is it? There we go. There we go. And then we can copy Whisper's ID and replace that there. There we go. And that gives us all the information about this hero, how many kills. Okay, so he killed Silencer one time. I got 249 gold. Killed Sniper. Oh, kills with True Sight. Oh, that's information. I mean, that's important information. That's very important information. We have the hero build. So which, what's it called? Which stats they actually upgraded. Yeah, this is a quick one. Yeah. Okay. Good deal. So there's a lot of information to unpack here. Let's go ahead and play with this in the Scrapey shell and see. Oh, actually, I can type. We're gonna go ahead and open this. I'm gonna open this website with Python, and let's call this, I don't know, R. Being as creative as I can here. Response.css. Oh, okay. Uh, okay. So, yeah. There's going to be a good amount of processing we need to get the actual stats from them. Ooh. Yeah, so this might be where the actual pipeline comes in. This might be where the actual pipeline comes in. So we have things like, I wonder if what we have to, or what we're supposed to do in Scrapey is, where is it? Where is it? Blah blah blah. My Dotobus spider, my beautiful Dotobus spider. Instead of doing things like this, in the actual, like, while we're scraping, I wonder if we're supposed to just like do the response.css, .extract, or whatever. Oh. Oh, that's what it. Instead of doing .get, I'm supposed to do .extract. If I do R, R of -1, it's still a string. Whatever. Whatever. Screw it. Um, yeah, but what I was trying to say is I wonder if we're just supposed to like actually in this case, just call image metacon and then take its title attribute or take its data tooltip URL attribute and process all of that in the pipeline. I wonder. Go to scraper pipeline. We're probably not going to want to do process. Maybe like process match overview. Because we would want to process a match overview item in the same exact way. I'll be right back. But I'm thinking I want to build it. I've built a couple of web scrapers with Scrapey, but I want to build this one correctly. So I'll be back in a second, but I'm interested in looking into exactly how these work. So I'll leave this up real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I want to write my own item pipeline. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we return. A little bit lighter outside, brighter. Uh, After an item has been scraped, it's sent to the item pipeline, which processes it through several components. Each item pipeline component, sometimes referred to as just an item pipeline, is a class that implements a simple method. They receive an item and perform an action over it, also deciding if the item should continue through the pipeline or be dropped and no longer processed. Interesting. Oh. Adapter.getPrice. One item per line serialized in JSON format. I didn't even know this JSON-L format existed. This is crazy. This is nutty. This is a little nutty for my taste. I guess process item is like some default thing it's called. I don't know if I want to change that yet. But anyway, we'll go back to DotaBuff and items and all that. For player URL. What player URLs is their ID? What? What? What the heck was I thinking there? Oh, I guess that's why I wanted to do player information. Match farm, match log. What? This must just be a relic from another time, I think. Dang. Now it's the question, how are we going to actually organize this data? So we know we can get it. How are we going to organize it so that it's easy to use later on? Now that's the trick. That really is the trick. We're probably going to want... Now we can actually build our database. We're probably going to want each player to have a list of... Obviously, they're going to have their player ID. We're probably going to want the match IDs they were associated with. Is that all we need? Is it all we need about the player? I think that's all we need, right? We just do player ID, match, not match. I mean, not math. Match ID equals Scrapey. I think that's all we need. So we need to know which players were associated with which matches. I think that's correct. So we have this player. Oh man, that was a good one. This is tricky, tricky, tricky. So it seems like we're all over the place here, as is standard Billy fashion. But in reality, we kind of have to figure out how we want to organize this data before we start looking into... I don't know, I think it was something like this. Yeah, there we go. Before we start looking at stats, and there's a couple reasons for that. First is we actually need the player ID to call this CSS selector. So actually, the player ID is right here. Oh, not here. The player ID is, I don't know why I call it. All right, this is just the absolute worst thing to call this. This is gonna be called player IDs. Well, actually, this is this is the actual player URL. Player IDs should be. Also, I thought ID was a Python keyword. Let's go ahead and just let's just extract this from. Yes. correct. And let's just go ahead and call this whole line of code, because this might be the key we were looking for. Player URLs. Excellent. Now we want to get this number. This number represents the actual player ID, and we'll be able to use. This is going to get a little janky, but we'll be able to use this number. The thing I'm thinking right now is we'll be able to use this number to call these stats, but then how are we going to, like, we'll have a kills number, which is going to be like, in this case, 2, right? The question is going to be like, how are we going to know that this player got those kills? Maybe. Hmm. Is right now I'm thinking there's two different ways we could do it. One is we explicitly define each column. So we do like player 1 radiant player ID, player 1 radiant kills, player 1 radiant deaths, blah, 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 right? We would have to explicitly do that for each item, and they would have a variable number of items. Oh my goodness. What is this? I've never seen this item before in this game. Anyways, we need to do that for each item. Or for each feature we wanted to collect. Another idea we might do is we have a. This might get crazy. This might get a little bit too crazy. We could have another table that's just stats, so stats for that game. So we have, and it would be linked by player ID and match ID. So actually doesn't sound too crazy to me. The idea doesn't sound too crazy to me. It's you know what? That might just be crazy enough to work. First thing I got to do though is get a list of player IDs equals, and this should be URL. In URL, just so, because that was really confusing when I was reading it. I don't know why I did that. What we're gonna do is ID for ID in player URLs, right? But we're just going to do a reject or regex regular expression to extract this number. Regular expression. If I was really savvy on it, I would. Oh shit! If I was really savvy on it, I would know how to do that off the top of my head, and it should be pretty easy. 22 characters, quick and easy solution. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. This work. All right. Okay. And then what we need to do is let's look at player URLs again. We need everything between the slash and the dash. Everything from the dash to the slash to the slash to the dash. Okay. Um, and that might be like player URL 0. So let's get that first player. Okay. And then, oh, hang on. I need to import regular expressions. So import 3. And then Python. Oh, Regix tester might be nice. Nice. Okay, expression is this. No, actually, this will be the test string. And then the question is between forward slash and dash. Forward slash players. Um, Maybe I can get the digits. D. Shit. No. I just want this. That's all I want. That's all I want. Matches the character. First capturing group. Oh no, I don't want the first capturing group. Dot. Star. Question mark. Hmm. How do I get the last capturing group? Or you know what? Uh, there's a there's a messier way of doing this, and that's oh man, that's so bad. I should just use regular expressions to get this. Oh, no, I was gonna say maybe I could just get all the digits from there, but it might be the case that one of the player names, like Resolution, has a 1 in his name right here. Let's actually use this one. I wonder if getting all the first digits would work then. All right, so we have Resolution, which has a 1. Get first digits string. Let's do Python. Thank you very much. No. Get n digits. Nine nine. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. This could be good. Let's let the string will be this. Oh no. No. Dang it. So string. Yes. Okay. Fine. Actually, no. Let's do string is -2. Yeah, because we want that 1 in the name just to make sure that we don't pick up any ones. And then let's just see if this works. Stop iteration. It's callable. We do like a list. It's an iterator object. It's empty. Couldn't find any digits in there? What? Bullshit. Let's try this. Let's try this. Because maybe, let's see when this was posted. 2012? 10 years ago? It's been a while. Let's try this out. Try this out. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so it didn't return anything. What? Let's just see if we can do re.match for digits. D. Nothing? Really? Really? You're not finding any digits? None type. What? That means it just didn't return anything. It means it didn't find anything. Oh, re.find all? Sure, dude. Sure. What? Come on, you tell me you found no digits in there? Come on. That's BS. What if we did like, yeah, okay. You didn't find any digits in there? Man. Oh, it should be actually this, but with the dollar sign at the beginning. Dot search S. All right, I don't know why, because S is this string, and we're just trying to get. All I want is this 86715. That's all I need. There was something we were doing before that was actually giving us. Let's find it. No, that wasn't it. Oh well. Um, Another technique we could do. Dang it! I have to end in like 5 minutes, but I want to get this done at the very least, so we can have the list of IDs. And then I do kind of like the idea of we can have a stats item, and that stats item can link a player ID and a match ID. Player ID, match ID. Yeah. So that it's essentially a player ID, match ID, and that was their stats for the game. And whenever you want to get how a certain game did, you're going to do a join for 3 tables, stats, play, or actually you don't even need stats and players. you just need to join the stats table with the match table, and then it would show all the player IDs and all of their items. That's what I'm thinking. That's the dream. That's the ticket. All we need to do now is get this dang. Yes. That's not defined. Oh, what the heck? Yes. I just want these numbers. Uh, Damn. Oh. Uh, it's tempting. It's tempting to not just do like take the first 17 and then split by dash and then remove it. I can't do that though. I can't do that just because I know there's gonna be some edge case where that gets messed up. But it's tempting. It's very tempting. Um, let's do just rejects get. Should all be the same. Should all be exactly the same. Uh, Read find all. All right. If this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Input string should be S. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So this would be um, find all. Find all. It's just this. Just copy that. And then, yep, this becomes URL. And we are looking for the first number. Excellent, excellent. So player IDs should be brilliant, perfect, excellent. I love it. Okay, so we've just extracted all the player IDs from our player URLs. And now we can actually use these to get our different, to use for our CSS selectors. So in this case, we have one, blah, 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 whatever this is. We can look on this page. I think it was like .player dash, yep, TD. And we can access this player's stats, right? We could do the same with whoever this guy is, right? Bam, that's W Zyak. So this is awesome. That's what I like to see. Um, okay, perfect. That is exactly what I wanted to do. We have the player IDs extracted. We know. I have an idea of how I want to organize this information. Idea of how I want to organize this information. But I'm happy that we have this player IDs, right? And player URLs. Okay. Next step would probably be extract player stats from that game. So right. So now that we can access the player IDs, we should be able to access all of their individual stats, so we should be able to get Whisper's stats from this game. Then we can start processing it, and we'll be done with the overview section of this page. I should probably scrape this one page at a time, right? So instead of focusing on how we're going to jump around between pages, first what we're going to do is make sure we can get all the information we need from this set of pages. And by this set of pages, I mean this page and the farm page, which I think we also need the player ID for. No. Yep. Yeah, we also need this one. So, yeah, we definitely needed this player IDs to get all the information, as we saw in our CSS selectors. The farm page, we also need their ID, right? Okay. Okay. I'm excited to get to work on that tomorrow. Actually, maybe not tomorrow, because I might be picking back up on the HitHub project tomorrow, because we do HitHub on the weekends. But all that being said, thank you all for joining me. This has been another episode of Cozy Coding. I'll be uploading this again to YouTube. Yesterday I made an account on YouTube and uploaded the links, and today I will be uploading this one again. Maybe not today on YouTube, but it will eventually get up on YouTube. And if you want to check that out, that will be at youtube.com/@kidbilly. youtube.com/@kidbilly. Whoa. Make sure that I actually send the link to the right place. I think this is it. Yep. So now my videos can stay on for forever. I'll have an infinite number of. I'll be able to keep a record of all my videos and whatnot, and they won't just disappear to the void of Twitch. But anyways, that being said, I'll sign off for good this time. Not for good, but I'll sign off for today. Thank you all for joining me. This has been Cozy Coding. I've been your host, Kid Billy, and I hope to see you next time.